Welcome, folks, to our first live stream of day 2 at APPEX, being presented from the trade show exhibition floor here at the Melbourne Convention Entertainment Centre, colloquially known as Jeff's Shed. And these live streams are being brought to you by Burkert, where innovation meets inspiration. Whether it's optimizing processes, enhancing sustainability, or simply delving into the fascinating world of fluid dynamics, Burkert is your trusted partner every step of the way, and we're very happy to have them assisting us here with these live streams. And Lindy, first show of the day, and you're the first host.
I am the first host, and it's already been a busy morning. I was at the Women in Processing and Packaging event to start, which is why we haven't begun any podcasts yet. But here we are, and I am talking to Greg Calvert. He is the director of Freshchain Systems. And Greg, you are on the Matthews stand, and you've just delivered a very interesting presentation at the Retail Engagement Hub, all about the 2D barcode. So I'm really keen for you to share with an audience that isn't here what the key takeouts were, what the key messages were that you were getting across.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the opportunity. It's a great event here. 2D barcodes are not new. We're quite familiar with them. I think what is new is the way they can be used. And I think what I showed today is it takes a bit of perseverance and persistence to extract all the benefits of 2D. And I think what we've failed to do as an industry is talk about the interim benefits. So everyone's expecting that if you deploy 2D barcodes, then overnight it's going to transform your business. What we're trying to say is it's a journey, but along the way, there are some fantastic benefits that can be extracted before you get to your end game. And I suppose part of that is making sure that 2D barcodes don't become a secondary part of your brand offering. They really need to be integrated into the brand. It's part of the value proposition. Don't hide them. Don't be embarrassed by them. Don't make them small. Make them big. Put them on front of pack.
Front of pack, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Maybe through your design, maybe through the materials that you use. And importantly, the call out that you do. Because that's your calling card to consumers. Join us on our journey. Let us take you through how we bring this product to your table. And here's what we do that might be of interest to you that you might be prepared to follow and become a loyal customer.
So, and what do you think, we talk about the 2D barcode revolutionizing retail, and GS1 is certainly a proponent of that. Would you say that that rings true?
Definitely. I mean, 2D barcode is really the way to digitize data exchange. So the difference is right now you might have to encode data multiple times into multiple formats. Using 2D barcodes, you can put the data in once, but you can share it hundreds of times with different partners in the supply chain in an accurate, safe, verifiable way. That's going to reduce costs around exchanging data. It's a one touch as opposed to multiple touches. So there's huge benefits right through the supply chain when you use these codes.
And last time I caught up with you was actually 2 years ago, and the previous iteration of the show called AusPack, and you and Matthews had announced a partnership at that time. So can you give me an update on new projects that Freshchain Systems has been developing since then?
Yeah, look, we've done quite a bit of work in different areas really, and we've realized just how relevant our platform is with 2D barcode. So we're working with regulators, we're working with the bee industry, for instance, about tracking and tracing hives for varroa mite inspections. We're working in all sorts of different fields, fruit and veg, the meat industry, chicken industry. And so it's going particularly well. We work with the regulators as well to support them in receiving data really quickly. And they obviously are quite keen to digitize part of their program as well. And brand owners in particular now, as they want to drive their value proposition, they're looking for new ways to engage their consumers. And I think the retailers in particular, they are looking for this new technology because it supports their own brands. And in the event of a recall or a food withdrawal, it's the difference between something taking weeks and weeks and leaving people unsure to whether they can buy that product again, to it being contained within a matter of minutes. And that shores up our confidence, and it also protects brand Australia, not only here, but around the world.
I think it might be helpful also for the listeners for you to just explain what Freshchain Systems does, what your solution involves.
Sure. So Freshchain is a what we call a RegTech traceability and provenance platform. So we use QR codes. They are serialized, they are unique, and they are encrypted. You need that for track and trace. Otherwise, everything just looks the same. And so we track product capturing upstream inputs in that code all the way through the supply chain. So we participate with the input providers, with the farmers, with the growers, with the manufacturing sites, with the transport providers, with the DCs, and all scanning relevant information right through to the end user. So it's from a regulatory point of view, when the regulators or agencies need that support. It's for the retailers at the point of sale as they move towards the next generation using 2D barcodes. It's for brand owners as they look to set their brand apart from others. And then for consumers, particularly the younger generation, who they're interested, they're more socially aware, Lindy, and they want to support those companies that, you know, meet the kind of things that they value.
Yeah.
And I think if you start taking that generation for granted, you're going to find yourself at risk. And here's a way to find out what are they interested to learn about. And then you can direct not only your business activities, but also some of your marketing activities to draw them in and get feedback from them.
Well, that sounds like an end-to-end solution, certainly that can add a lot of value to our industry. My last question to you, Greg, is what are your impressions of APPEX?
Oh, remarkable. I was here 2 years ago, and this is another level again.
Yeah.
It's fantastic to be around, to see the new technology, to see some of the bleeding edge technology that is out there. I think Australia is well placed to kind of lead the world in some of this space. And I think with the packaging, coding, inspection, the kind of work we're doing here, this puts us at the forefront when we're looking to build our export markets against that of our competitors. So to have this level of automation and showcasing what can be done here is quite remarkable.
It really is. Well, thanks very much for coming along to join us and share that information.
Thanks very much for the opportunity.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Lindy. And thanks to those who have been watching this live stream. And don't forget, these live streams are brought to you by Burkert, where innovation meets inspiration. And stay tuned. We've got another live stream coming up very soon. But for now, let's end this one and we'll be right back.